Reverend Myatt from Hillcrest Baptist Church. Come up, please. We're going to ask everyone to please stand and remain standing after the invocation for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's pray together. God, we come in the name of Jesus, just so thankful, Lord, that we can come together and assemble tonight. And Lord, as we lift up our city council, Lord, we just ask for your blessing on them. God, as they continue to seek you in decisions. God, as this community, this city, and God, we just thank you that we are able to still recognize you as the God who's on the throne. God, especially during this Christmas season, God, where we celebrate the birth of your Son. Lord, tonight I pray that you would bless each item on the agenda. God, that it would go smoothly. God, that there would be unity. And Lord, that we would just continue to be a people in enterprise. God, that our state and nation take recognition in how we handle ourselves and this community. God, we love you. We thank you again for the birth of your Son, Jesus. And it's in his name that we pray.
Amen.
Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Mike. Thank you, sir. Let the record show that all councilmen are present. We will have a review of the minutes of the last meeting. Are there any necessary corrections?
Mr. President, I make a motion to adopt the minutes from the November 15th regular session and November 29th work session.
I second. We have a motion and a second. Let me know by the usual voting sign. Those opposed, let the record show. Motion passed. Next on the agenda, adoption of the agenda.
I move we adopt the agenda as submitted.
Second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to adopt the agenda as printed. All those in favor, let me know by the usual voting sign. Those opposed, ayes have it. Next on the agenda, privilege of the floor. Does anyone wish to speak before the council? Come up and give the clerk your name, please. We have a request here from St. John's Catholic Church. Would you come up, please? Okay.
So, we're doing a procession, a religious procession. We have an activity in Dothan. Oh, okay. Now, so I'm here from St. John Catholic Church. We're doing a religious procession from our church all the way to Dothan, to the church in Dothan. So we would like to have access throughout the city, from Heath Street all the way towards 84, to Highway 84. And we would like the police escort for the people that are doing that procession.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, they actually were not able to get on the agenda, but I did ask Chief Jones to meet with them. Chief Jones, would you please come to the front and give an update in reference to meeting with St. John's Catholic Church?
I discussed it with him yesterday. I think it's something that we can handle. They're gonna be walking out to 84, and we're only gonna carry them to the city limit sign at Level Plains. And he understands if there's no other law enforcement there to meet them, they're gonna have to get in cars or whatever they gotta do, but they can't walk any further in the street. So we'll get them to there. He's been, I don't know if you ever made it to the other agencies to get, okay, they're gonna help you too. So they'll continue on, but we will stop at the hill going into Level Plain. Right. Right. And with it being on Sunday morning, 9 o'clock, it should be something we can handle.
Gentlemen, is a question among any of you?
I make a motion, we grant the request as long as Chief Jones is involved in the security and public safety aspect.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to grant the request. All those in favor, let me know by the usual voting sign. Those opposed, let the record show motion passed.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
There's no old business. We're down to new business. Introduce Planning Commission recommendation. The following is the recommendation from the Enterprise Planning Commission to approve the following request for the rezone of property. A request by J. Martin to rezone property located at 204, 205, and 211 Harrison Street from R65 Residential District to B2 Downtown Business District. Next item, a request by Billy Cotter to rezone property located adjacent to Woodland Park Phase 1 and 2, Highway 134 from B3 Highway Commercial District to TH Townhouse District. Next, we have the ordinance that will be laid over to the next meeting, and for January the 3rd, 2017. All right, we'll move on to the next item. Review and consider resolution 120616, Wiregrass Economic Development Cooperation
Mr.
Contract.
Chairman,
Yes,
point
sir.
of order. If you'll go back to the introduce of ordinances, you not only have, you have two ordinances, one for the James C. Martin rezone and one for the Billy Cotter rezone to be actually advertised and be laid over till January the 3rd meeting.
Yes, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, okay. Introduce and call for consideration of resolution 1216 for the renewal of the annual contract with Wiregrass Economic Development Corporation in the sum of $51,000 to be paid in quarterly payments, $12,750. The amount includes an annual sum of $11,500 to be allocated for expense related to economic development activities by or for the benefit of the City of Enterprise as approved by the mayor. Excess funds not utilized for these activities will be returned to the city at the end of the contract or applied to the subsequent contract if applicable. What is the pleasure of the council?
Mr. President, I move that we suspend the rules of the council in order to consider this immediately.
I second. Okay, we have a motion and a second to suspend the rules. All those in favor, let me know by the usual voting sign. Those opposed, so ayes have it. Let the record show motion passed.
Nope.
Well, we got that.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
let the record show that the
Suspend.
rules have been suspended. Now
Rules
you'd
been
asked a motion.
Yeah, the rules have been suspended, and now we're ready to do the resolution.
I make a motion, we adopt resolution 12-6-16.
I have a motion and a second to adopt resolution 12-6-16. All those in favor, let me know by the usual voting sign. Let the record show motion passed. Next on the agenda Review and consider resolution 120616, Chamber of Commerce contract. Introduce and call for consideration of resolution 1216A, providing for the renewal of the annual contract with the Enterprise Chamber of Commerce. The funding is for a term of 1 year commencing on October 1st, 2016. The sum of $81,000 for general funding, tourism assistance, hospitality, functions to be paid in quarterly payments. Resolution 120616A further provides for the funding in the amount of $25,000 for capital improvements projects.
Mr. President, I move we suspend the rules of the council in order to immediately vote on 120616A.
Second. We have a motion and a second to suspend the rules. All those in favor let me know by the usual voting sign. Suspending the rules passed. Now we have for the resolution.
I make a motion we adopt resolution 12616B, 12616A, the Chamber of Commerce contract.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adopt resolution 12616A, providing for the contract with the Enterprise Chamber of Commerce. Use the voting sign. All those in favor? Those opposed? So motion passed. Review and consider resolution 12616B, and this is for the TAP application, Transportation Alternative Program, and this is for providing for the authorization of the city participation in the Transportation Alternative Program. Resolution 120616B further authorized the mayor to sign any of all documents and provide any information and forms necessary to participate in the program. What's the pleasure of the council?
I make a motion to adopt resolution 12616B, giving the mayor authorization to sign all documents on the TAPS program. Out.
Second motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adopt resolution 1216B. All those in favor let me know by the usual voting sign. Those opposed, motion passed. Review and consider consider accounts payable. Introduce and call for consideration of accounts payable for November 2016 in the amount of $535,333.01 as follows. City of Enterprise, $429,516.84. Water Board of Enterprise, $105,816.17. What is the pledge of the council on accounts payable?
I make a motion to pay accounts payable.
Second motion.
We have a motion and a second to pay accounts payable. All those in favor let me know by the usual voting sign. Those opposed, motion passed. Review and consider contract billing. Item number 1, Bullet Incorporated, estimated number 2, $22,695.50. Site work, site utilities, fire station number 4. Item number 2, GenCon, estimate 2, $54,401.61. Construction of fire station number 4. Estimate number 1, $75,718.87. Construction, Central Fire Station relocation. Estimate number 1, $20,490.55. Construction, Bates Memorial Stadium improvement. Item 3, Poly Engineering, invoice 16595, $1,807.06. Construction Administration, Central Fire Station relocation. Invoice 16596, $3,447.56. Architectural Design Service, Fire Station number 4. Item number 4, Reliable Construction and Demolition. Estimate 1, terminated, $14,047. Demolition and clearing, CDBG Demolition Grant Phase 2. Total contract billing, $192,608.15. What is the pleasure of the council on contract billing?
Mr. President, I would move that we approve these contract billings with the contingency that on the last one, number 4, reliable construction and demolition bill, that our Director of Engineering, receive satisfactory documentation from the contractor acknowledging this final payment.
After hearing the said statement, what is the pleasure of the council?
Make a motion, we accept it.
Second. We have a motion and a second to accept contract billings. All those in favor, let me know by the use your voting sign. Those opposed, motion passed. Review and consider travel requests, Parks and Recreation. Billy Powell and Blake Moore, 2017 Dixie Baseball Softball State Meeting, January 28, 2017. Montgomery, Alabama, estimated cost $400. Parks and Recreation, Billy Powell and Blake Moore, Gillian Hunt and Bridget Briggs, 27 Alabama Recreation and Parks Association State Conference, January 29th, February 3rd, 2017, Montgomery, Alabama. Estimated cost $3,008. What is the pleasure of the council on these travel requests?
Mr. President, I move that we approve the travel request.
Second motion.
We have a motion and a second to approve the travel request. All those in favor, let me know by the usual voting sign. Those opposed, motion passed. Request to close City Hall for annual employees luncheon. Introduce and call for consideration of request from the Communications Director, Jason Wright, to close City Hall from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Wednesday, December 21st, 2016, to allow city employees to participate in the annual employees luncheon to be held at the Enterprise Civic Center. What is the pleasure of the council on the closing of City Hall?
I move we grant the request.
Second motion.
We have a motion and a second to grant the request. All those in favor, let me know by the usual voting sign. Motion passed. Appoint board commissions and council members. Planning Commission and Airport Commission Authority. Call for the appointment of 1 council member to the Enterprise Planning Commission and 3 council members to the Enterprise Airport Authority Board. What is the pleasure of the council?
Mr. President, I move that we appoint Perry Vickers to the Planning Commission.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to appoint Perry Vickers to the Planning Commission. All those in favor, let me know by the usual voting sign. Those opposed, let the record show the motion pass. Mr. Vickers abstain.
Mr. Cooper, I move that we approve Councilman Goolsby, Councilman Townsend, and Councilman Miller to the Airport Authority Board.
We have a motion and a second to appoint Councilman Miller and Councilman Miller to the Airport Authority Board. All those in favor, let me know by the usual voting sign.
Point of order, we need a second.
Second.
A second.
Did we get a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor, let me know by the usual voting sign. Let the record show motion passed. All right, Mayor, it's your time to shine.
I don't know about the shining, Mr. Cooper, but I'll give you a report. Parks and Recreation, our youth basketball had 450 to sign up to play on 56 teams, 7 leagues, ages 5 through 18. Season starts January the 6th. Repairs to the playground equipment at Westside Park are being done, excuse me. Permits approved, single-family detached, 5 at $1.5 million. Single-family attached, none. Residential additions, 14 at $265,000. Commercial additions, 2 at $386,000. Investigated properties, 40. We had verbal contact of 5, notifications mailed 35, with properties mitigated 21, and in process of 10. Also, fire department, 5 firefighters received the certification for hazardous materials technicians for Alabama Fire College. NRCS Aaron Drive pipe stand, pipe and main earthwork is complete. Gentlemen, we were out there today. Actually, we requested an extension. We requested a 60-day extension. We were within 5 days of having that project finished. The torrential rains that we received, thank God for those rains, have set that project back, but we feel like that with weather permitting, that we can get it done within the next 45 days, but we've requested 60 as a buffer. Also, TAPS, our sidewalk projects bids have been opened. We will have a work session on December the 15th, of which we will ask our consulting engineer there to give you an update on those bids and recommendations for them to be on the next council meeting. Bates Memorial Stadium, I've laid a lot of material on y'all's desk this past week in reference to updates based on starting removing the lead-based paints abatements on coaches' boxes, removed all doors from the buildings on team sides, right down to the fire station. Demolition is 95% complete, with such things as electrical rough in about 30% complete. New work to start there would be gas pipe reroute to new units, roofing overlay, also sprinkler pipe on main floor and concrete in the interior trenches and day room areas. Fire Station 4 is neat and clean. Would tell you that it appears that trusses should be, with weather permitting, installed this week. Water Department, 10 new water meters and services were installed in November. Railroad Street Well 3A is 85% complete. Just for a point of reference, pumping for November 2015 was 128 million gallons versus November 2016 of 176 million gallons. I think that is a good indicator of how dry it was in the month of November. A night of remembrance will be held on March the 7th, 2017 at the EHS Performing Arts Center by the EHS Choir in regards to the 10-year anniversary of the tornado. And we have Blake Moore with us here this evening. That is our new Assistant Parks and Recreation. Please stand and be recognized. Welcome aboard. We're happy to have you. Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chairman, that's all I have.
Councilman Goosey.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight, but as you shop for Christmas, please remember to shop locally, support our local business owners, and it supports our city. Thank you.
Councilman Vickers.
I want to thank everyone for coming, and I'd like to second what Mr. Gooseby just said about shopping locally.
I'd just like to thank everyone for coming tonight.
Well, thank everyone for coming, and wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and also echo what Mr. Vickers and Mr. Goolsby said about shopping locally.
I saw the man's hand back there, but you would need to talk with the attorney. You see, we had a portion there where, you know, when you want to be placed on the agenda, that you would come up and speak at the beginning of the meeting. So, is there anything else that you would need to talk to the city attorney, Mr. Rainer Cotter? Right there. All right. Yes, sir. I would also like to ditto what each one has said about shopping locally, and we do appreciate the good turnout at our meeting and whatnot. And of course, we are the City of Progress, and we know there are many programs going on. Billy Powell and the children